took 38 years to have 50 million users. That's for radio. Then came television. It took only 13 years for television to have 50 million users. Then came the internet. The internet took only 4 years to reach 50 million users. Then came the iPad. How many of you are using iPad here? It took only 3 years for the iPad to reach 50 million users. Then Facebook took only 9 months. Ray Kurzweil, one of my favorite ICT writer, I'll talk about him later, calls this the law of accelerating returns. Everything is accelerating. And on any given day, 900,000 blogs are posted. And maybe I contribute a little because I come out with maybe 3, 4, 5, or 10 blogs per day, depending on the situation. There are 3 million tweets on any given day. How many of you are tweeters here? I add a few every day to that number. Over 100 million YouTube videos are viewed every day. So you can see that the YouTube is a huge medium already for communication. I add a few YouTubes. In fact, I have uploaded as many as close to 3,000 YouTube videos already. On any given day, there are 1.5 million pieces of content shared in Facebook. There are 2.6 billion aggregate minutes spent on Facebook on any given day. 2.6 billion minutes spent on Facebook. I'm sure many of you have children, grandchildren. If they're hooked to the laptop, to iPad, to their computer, I can almost bet that 50% of the time they're doing Facebook. On any given day, there are 2 million searches on Google. A lot of my speech is based on my search on Google. And ICT is a channel for free and empowered media. Successful companies and personalities in social media will have to learn to listen first before selling. So in the near future, we will no longer search for products and services. Instead, they will find us via social media. So the question now is, are we ready for the future? In fact, the future may be here already. History has taught us that the strong beat the weak, but lately we've been seeing more of the smart beating the strong. New economy rules also call for new paradigms in the sharing of wealth. The rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer is a recipe for social unrest. Capitalism must have a conscience. Companies like Google, Facebook, eBay, Apple, Amazon are creating a new generation of wealth, just as the BPOs and telcos are doing here. It is creating a new generation of wealth. 10 years ago, there was no BPO. Now, if you go around at 6 o'clock in the morning, you will see a lot of these BPO practitioners having breakfast in the Jollibees and the McDonald's of the country. And that is the reason why we now have this 24-hour McDo's and Jollibee outlets and the outlets of Robert Kwan here. ICT means change. Information and communication technology are turning the world inside out and upside down. Old rules and conventions don't seem to apply anymore. And now let me talk about what is in store for us in the immediate future, in the intermediate future, maybe about 20, 30, 40 years from now. And here the authority that I would like to cite is one of my favorite authors, Ray Kurzweil. The author of the best-selling book, The Singularity, is near, an inventor, an entrepreneur, author, and futurist, called The Restless Genius by the Wall Street Journal, and The Ultimate Thinking Machine by Forbes. Kurzweil's ideas on the future have been touted by his many fans, ranging from Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. Author of the widely acclaimed The Age of Spiritual Machines, 1998. This was a third of the Millennium book. And The Singularity is Near in 2005. I had the good fortune of reading almost all of his books, including one book that may be of interest to the senior citizens in this room, The Fantastic Voyage, where he collaborated with a doctor of longevity to talk about how to live forever. What do we expect in the future due to computers and the ICT, according to Ray Kurzweil? Computers are going to become smaller and increasingly integrated into everyday life. In fact, these computers are huge by comparison. High-quality broadband internet access will become available almost everywhere. Now we have Wi-Fi, later there will be IMAX, and then there's so many other WiMAX, I'm sorry. And in Forbes, I don't know how many of you are residing in Forbes, I understand that there's already a 10 Mbps broadband facility available in the Forbes Park area. Cell phones will be built into clothing and will be available to project sounds directly into the ears of their users. That's in the 2010s, the present decade. By 2014, Ray Kurzweil is projecting, this is for our household requirements, automatic house cleaning robots will have become common. By 2010, one personal computer will have the same processing power as a human brain. You might think that a computer is more powerful than a human brain. Not yet, it's still a long way. But by 2010, by 2020 it will be, and it will cost only around $1,000. These things are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. My first Macintosh I bought for about $2,000, and that was primitive compared to the iMac that I have now, which I can buy for a little over $1,000. Solar power, this is great news, will reach parity with fossil fuel. And this is going to be the result of the combination of IT and nanotechnology. By the 2020s, computers less than 100 nanometers in size will be possible. This is now the age of nanotechnology. 1 nano, for the information of the non-engineers here, is equal to 1 meter divided by 1 billion. And just to show you how big 1 nanometer is, a strand of hair is about 50,000 nanometers. That's how small a nano is. As one of the first practical applications